love both of them because that was my first son. But another one came and it was twice the same feeling as the first time, and I want them to feel my presence in their life in everything they're doing, in every aspect, whether it be kicking a ball outside to doing homework inside, whether it be to flying a kite to fixing a laptop, whether it be training a dog or petting a cat. I want and need to be in my son's life, and I enjoy every single minute of it. Yeah, teaching them, guiding them to be young, respectable young men in this society, in this community that we're growing up in. Love them.
Look, you have dark, good and have evil.
Because it's a different generation, it's a different kind of stereotype generation.
I saw a lot of things at, I would say, trauma.
In the heat of the moment, the adrenaline, I had so much things, I had so much to lose at that time.
Time to change, man. Time to turn around. Time to turn around.
Know the difference between right and wrong. Sometime in secondary school, coming up to the ending of secondary school, full fifth form, making acid bombs, following the wrong company into making those acid bombs, getting into fights, even pickpocketing. And as it was coming to the ending of my school life, it dawned on me that I needed to decide who and what I wanted to be in life. And with that, I decided I didn't want to be the type of person that have to explain myself to the law or a judge or anything like that. So that made me choose quality people around me. And it wasn't always the smoothest of choices because what is right doesn't always feel good. So in growing and going through life, although I knew I had to pick quality people, it was still somewhat difficult and it still take time. Still a lot shaving off the curved edges off of myself into doing so. So yeah, that lead me on the path that I am on now, where I'm a little bit more enlightened and pick better choices, choose better friends, better lifestyle habits. The catalyst for it was me not having a strong father role model or male role model, but and then also what else could be said too is that having an overprotective mother as well, because she never knew when to came off the gas. And then my father never knew when to put on any gas. So it was a mixture of both in that time frame. I was very rebellious and mouthy. My mother can tell you that I was very mouthy. My mouth was always full. Introvert came later on in life as I learned to humble myself. But as I was young, I was very fast with my mouth, very disrespectful. Even to my mother, I was very disrespectful to her. But thankfully, with age comes maturity. At least we would hope that.
It was tough. He want to do what he want to do. Come in when he feel like. Many a night Santa Claus says, "Shad, where you? Mama, you're all. Are you against it?" I said, "Wait, don't keep on against it." And eventually, he had some friends that he and them become bad friends, and they beat him a night. And no come from work. I heard about it. So after that, he stayed by himself.
My close friends around the neighborhood, they were the main reason behind me doing a lot of distasteful stuff in my neighborhood and in my village. And I was very ashamed of it to the point that when my family members got wind of it, when they got knowledge of it, it was a very shameful time for me. Um, I definitely had a lot of apologizing to do to my mom and the rest of my family, and yeah. So definitely be careful about your close friends, even in your neighborhood. The psychological impact it had on me, I felt kind of worthless after the whole distasteful situation happened. I felt, devalued. Yeah, and then it also affected me because, like I said before, I was feeling shame, but then it's a different level of shame when your mom sees this distasteful action or event that you've done. So it really had a traumatic effect on my mother too as well, but also on me. Some of the methods and some of the things that I would have tried were definitely choosing better friends, staying home a lot, staying in my own quarters, and just becoming a better human, making better choices, better lifestyle habits. And those were some of the things I did. So one of the things that I wouldn't be too proud of would be definitely this one time my mom told me, hey, you're not going to crop over. I was about 15, 16. She would tell you 14, but I believe it was about 15, 16. And she said to me, hey, you're not going. And if you go, I'm going to close the door and lock you out. And I still went. I still went. And my mom, being the mother she is, drove behind me and saw me in town. And she was like, hey, you, come here. Come and go home. And I dashed on right straight down Spring Garden. And when I got home, that door was closed. And that door stayed closed straight through to the morning. I remember keeping noise in the gallery, hitting up the door, but my mother would not budge. As cruel as she was, as crying as she was, she would not budge and open that door. So that taught me that night to don't go against my mother's word. Even though I could enjoy myself and have a grand time, don't disobey your mom. Don't dishonor her. We only get one. Well, I can tell you this for sure. When it came to my mom's boyfriend, especially her husband, no, it was a very, very rebellious time for me. Not only did I not want to listen to my mom because she was always overprotective and coming down on me extra hard. Not saying it's a bad thing for being strict with your son, but then it came to the husband she picked, the boyfriend she picked. I always felt like we don't need him, and it is in that time and space. I also felt like my father, and I never had a father, and you come in with all this extra energy trying to assert fatherhood in my life that I've been asking for or I've wanted, but you're not the person I wanted from. So with that relationship, it was very strenuous. I am proud to say that no, we do have a better relationship, me and my stepdad. But in those earlier times, I didn't want to hear anything he had to say. I didn't want to receive any love. I No, none of the sort. And I was very adamant about it too, and very spiteful with it. Yeah, and very disrespectful. Like I said, my mouth was always full. Um, but thankfully, as I got my own sons, I then understood the importance of a male role model in a young man's life. And I then accepted not only my stepdad around at that late age, but I also accepted in me to become a father too as well, for my sons, because I want them to feel the presence that I never felt. So it changed me on the whole. As I got older and I matured and I looked at it differently. I think not having a lot of things growing up made me who I am, and it made me want to achieve them, but also made me value them more. Yeah, so I try to even teach that to my sons now. I don't go on gear or no, I teach them morals, principles, values. Those are the things that matter. And even if I grew up and me and my mom we didn't have, she always taught me to be contented. So I wouldn't say there's anything I regret not having. If anything, if I didn't have it, it made me who I am. It made me value things more. It made me understand to earn things and value them more. My love and passion for animals really came from the time I know myself. Yeah. So I go back to being an only child, not having a brother or a sister to play with. My mom got me a puppy. I had no one else to spend time with. And that's who I spend my time with. And that love ran really deep because, like I said, I'm an only child. So I had no one to bond with and go and play fetch with, and not having that father role as well. No one to kick the ball with and play cricket with. So I had a dog. And that dog brought me comfort. That dog brought me happiness. That dog brought me peace. And that's why I always lose a part of me anytime I lose any of my dogs because they're my friends. So my love for my animals first started when I was a child. Like we were talking 4, 5, 6. My mom got me my first dog, and like I would have stated earlier as well too. I'm an only child, so I have no one to bond with, no one to run outside and play cricket with, no daddy to go and play football with. So I had my dog, and my dog would always bring me peace, joy, love, happiness. My dog was my best friend. I just lost a couple of my dogs here, yeah. So you making me remember them, and I'm gonna do that. So some of my past dogs would have been Snowy, Sheba. We would have had Bella. We would have had we would have had Pretty. would have had Zeus, and they were my last two massives. And like I said, they were my best friends. There are the reasons why I am who I am, the trainer I am today, because those dogs taught me. I didn't teach them. They taught me. They taught me patience. They taught me understanding. They taught me love. And it just sucks that I'm not going to get to share the rest of my life with them after they've helped me through so much. Please let me talk with my dogs again.
I had a very good pregnancy. I was all excited being 26, now having my first after helping with so many little children. And I was excited. Had a good pregnancy, no problems at all. But then when he born, it was like he didn't cry at first. And then the doctor turned him upside down and he yelled and I was like, oh my gosh. And he was handsome.
So the first time I saw my son, it was crazy. I've never felt the way how I felt. Even though as I look at him growing and becoming a young man, I always go back to the delivery room, seeing him cry for the first time, seeing his hair so picky but straight. Just seeing him alive after waiting 9 months to meet him, knowing that I now have the opportunity to be in his life for the rest of his life or my life. It was just an overwhelming feeling. And I definitely love both of them because that was my first son. But another one came and it was twice the same feeling as the first time. And I want them to feel my presence in their life, in everything they're doing, in every aspect, whether it be kicking a ball outside to doing homework inside, whether it be to flying a kite to fixing a laptop, whether it be training a dog or petting a cat. I want and need to be in my son's life, and I enjoy every single minute of it. Yeah, teaching them, guiding them to be young, respectable young men in this society, in this community that we're growing up in. Love them. That disconnect really happened around 13, 14, 15, anywhere in that teenage years where you start to rebel on everything that your mom taught you, manners, principles, values. You push them through the door because you're following friends and you're going through your what we call puberty. So, you're growing and you're starting to feel like you the man. But really and truly you should still respect mommy, and I didn't do that. And we fell out. We fell out for a very long time. We fell out up to probably when I was 18 years old, just before I had gotten my first son. Because my first son is what really made me tap back into a parental kind of mindset. And when that happened, that made me find back that connection with my mom because we were disconnected for a very long time. And it was a very long time where we weren't, I wouldn't even tell her I love her or anything of the sort. We would hardly share words. And if we do, there were venomous words coming from me. There were words full of hate. And for that, I'm sorry, mom. But we also grew past that and we mended our relationship. It isn't perfect, but it is a lot better than what it was before. I actually take my mom out on dates. Like, we actually go out, no, just me and her. Yeah, and we go and we talk. We talk about things that are happening in her life. We talk about things that happen in my life, and we just have a drink because my mom can only handle one drink, and that's it. There was this one time where we shared a conversation where we went back to those troublesome times, and we were both at Savvy on the Bay crying at a table, just having one drink and shedding tears. So I mean, we definitely reconnected, but the disconnect was there for a very long time. The start of the business came through a friend, really. He gave me the idea, and he only gave me the idea after watching my videos that I would post on my WhatsApp just for the attention from the female species. So after seeing that, he said, "Hey, why not set up some structure? Why not put some real energy behind this and create something out of it?" And I did that. I sat at my table and I put pen to paper and came with a syllabus, for lack of better words, for training dogs on this island. I looked around and see what we lack as dog handlers and dog owners on this island, and I put pen to paper and created Triple N Kennels. I help people with their dogs through companionship training. This is me just teaching you to have balance. Yeah, and it has been a slow start, but now we're 2 years, 2.5 years into it, and people are now understanding what it takes to properly own a dog and take care of a dog. The importance of training, they understand, and that's because I'm very expressive with my training too as well. I let you know why you should have balance, why your dog needs social skills. And that's something that Triple N Kennel goes hard on. That's our standard to achieve companionship balance in dogs and also their handlers. The way how I approach my business, Triple N Kennels, is that we start with an assessment. In this assessment, it gives me, the trainer, the opportunity to see how you could communicate with your dog and also the execution when you communicate with your dog from your dog. Yeah? That allows me to correct any behavioral issues you've been having, play biting, jumping up, reactivity to neighbors, cats, other dogs. We address all of these first before we start training any new command or conditioning any new behavior. No, when we are finished with that, we start with either a 4-week training course where we start with basic obedience commands and leash training, or if you're not really too keen on learning fancy commands like play dead and stay and stuff like that, and you just need leash control and balance, we have a dog walking service for you. And we have weekly packages and monthly packages as well. Those packages allows you certain perks as well too. So when you join our monthly package, you get a beach day, you get socialization sessions. With our weekly package, we stay focused on the one goal that you came to me to fix. I really love a good karaoke session though, and this is not one of those karaoke's like a queue in the community where you go sound good. I like to go and just sing my heart out. Have a Long Island iced tea and sing my heart out. On top of that, I really love hiking. I really love off-roading. Anything to do with nature, I really love. I really love planting. I really love to put my hands in the dirt and eat what I plant. So I do have my own little kitchen garden too as well. Granted, it growing little grass now because of the busyness with the clients happening, but I still love to get my hands in the dirt. I love, love, love off-roading. I love mud. Like I said, I love the outdoor life. I do love inside, and when I am inside, I love a good movie, find something to sip on, maybe a hot cup of coffee, and I am awesome. It's awesome. A message to the youth. Become self-aware. Believe in yourself. When no one else does, you believe in you. Let that be your gas, your passion to fuel your hustle, whatever it may be. To change your life. Be consistent. Be committed to your dream. And once again, like I'm gonna say, believe in yourself. Even on those hard days, those bad days, those days where you don't feel like getting out of bed, where you don't feel like clocking into work, where you don't feel like pushing through and learning your trade and becoming better at what you do. Get up. Do it. Do it for you. Do it for a better tomorrow, because if it's one thing consistent about life, it's change. So those bad days won't be there forever. Push through. Believe in you. Mom, love you so much. Thank you so much for every opportunity, every chance, every time you forgive me for being such a bad son. Thank you for not really giving up on me and pushing me to continuing to be better, even when it comes to my sons, still helping me with the guidance, helping me raise them. That is what I continuously need. I continuously need you there as my support system. I call them my legs to my table. I need that.
Thank you. I'll be there for you, son.
Right.
Until the day God take my breath.
Don't do that on camera. he he get all to me, right?
But yeah.
Look, you have dark, and good and have evil.
Because it's a different generation, it's a different kind of skill teach generation.
I saw a lot of things at, I would say, trauma.
In the heat of the moment, the adrenaline, I had so much things, I had so much to lose at that time.
Time to change, man. Time to turn around. Time to turn around.